TJ, sell your dream.
Okay. So this what happened. So I went to sleep, and then we were all about to go to sleep. We were all about to go to sleep, but then we just went outside, and then we seen a bloody moon. A bloody moon, like this color, but darker. And then Gabar said, it's almost time, and then we all went to sleep. And then we all went outside the next day, and then it was a black sun, and we looked up, and Gabar was like, yo, what is that? And then we started praying because we all got scared. And then we hear people screaming really loud. And then Gabar said, oh my gosh. And then we all ran away. We all ran away.
Oh my gosh.
We all ran away somewhere. And then we tried calling Yam, but the phones wasn't working, and we heard explosions and stuff. And then we look up, and we still see the black sun, but we see things coming out the sky, zooming everywhere, shooting things, and all the people are running and scared, and they got guns in their hand to protect themselves. And we all ran in the woods, go try to find somewhere to live, because we all got scared. And we find a cave, and then we go inside the cave, but we see people in there. And then we all say that we're here to hurt anybody. And then they got scared, so they tried to shoot us, but the Lord protect us and put like a force field around us. And then a chariot comes down right next to the cave, and then an angel steps out the chariot and tells us to move. And then we all got scared, and we were stuck there. And then the spirit had gotten us to move, and then we moved. And then the chariot shot the people who were trying to shoot us. And then the chariot went back in the air. So, and then we were stuck, and we believed in the Lord, and we had all this faith that He's gonna protect us because He had put that shield around us. And then I woke up, because you know what I was doing this at night. I woke up, and then the baby started crying, and then I went back to sleep, and then we wasn't at the cave anymore. We were at somewhere else trying to find somebody who needed to be saved, like an Israelite. And then we find Yam and his family. And then when we find them, we try to go looking for the cave again, but we can't find it, so we just move on. And then that was the rest of the story. I mean, the dream.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, and verse 28. And it reads, in the KJV, and it shall come to pass that afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. I want to give all the praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Yahweh is the Most High God, and Yahweh Shai is who the world innately calls Jesus the Christ. The Rakah Kodash is the Holy Spirit in the Paleo Hebrew, and double honors to the elders, a great millstone who rule well through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing in His word, Lord willing that they can continue to endure and be sincere. And a mighty shalom to the hopeful elect that are scattered four corners of the earth, teaching His word and believing His word, Lord willing. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, put it on them to endure and be sincere. Shalom to the Akwatiyam that are believers of the faith. Lord willing, you can continue to pursue your lot, which is being a loving and silent and virtuous wife. And Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on the other brothers and sisters that's not in the faith. You know, the title of this lesson should be Observe Dreams, right? Analyze it, observe it, right? Not all dreams is valid, but most dreams that lead to certain things that that actually fit prophecies or scriptures, we should always analyze and observe it. So I'm going to get this precept on the side. I believe it's Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, verse 7. And it says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." Now we can go make this video long, going into Jacob's trouble, going into the chariots and the angels, right? But we're just gonna keep it small and short, because the true children of Yahweh Shem Al Shai know that prophecies is gonna be fulfilled, right? We don't know the time, but we're looking to measure the times during the different signs that we see in front of us, right? And it's beautiful to for anybody to have dreams, but it's more motivating. It's even to me and to maybe to other people to see a child, that has faith in Yahweh Shem Al Shai, to have a dream and be able to tell it scene after scene, right? And I look at them all as warnings, right? Because when you go to, I'm gonna go to this because I want to get this word. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 15. It says, "Your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace." And I'm gonna just get the word preparation, right? Because that's what we should be doing.
Strong's G 2091. Hetoi Masia. Hetoi Masia.
Hetoi Masia, right? And the main point that I want to look at is the act of preparing, right? So that's why we have to prepare spiritually and mentally. And the best way to do that is by faith, it's by faith. We don't live by sight, but we live by faith, right? So let's just keep the precepts coming. And Lord willing that this is edifying to the hopeful elect. I'm going to 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, which is a beautiful chapter to go into Jacob's trouble, and the 15th chapter. This is the 74th verse to 75. It says, "Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Al Shai, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for God is your guide," right? And it's the one thing that stuck out when, my little man said, we have faith in the Lord, and this is what you have to work on in your household. Really in the nation, this is why the men of the Lord is always teaching to build faith within the men and the women, but it's our duty as even as individuals to be unmovable and be stand fast. But you want to grow in faith with fear and trembling of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, because if you ain't getting right in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, you're gonna most likely be put to death. Let me get another one, then I'll come back to 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. We can go to 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 7. It says, let me start at 6. It says, "Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder, and powerful works, and endings, and effects, and signs. And everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works, and by faith whereby ye have believed." Right? Because most of what you're going to see me bring out is things for the children that's going to be preserved, protected, covered, right? Because it's another twist to this. The 2/3 is going to catch more hell on this side, right? And everything that we going through right here is a test to work out your faith for when things do come. You already analyze. Like sometimes brothers and sisters is probably doing intermediate fasts throughout the week. Maybe eating one time out the day, maybe going 12 hours without eating, 16 hours without eating. Maybe somebody, you might be doing a dry fast. You might do a fruit fast. Those things, is helping your body. But literally what comes is the mind, to have the mind control to endure. Because even when we doing the Day of Atonement, your mind, yes, your stomach be growling, but in order for you to make an act of eating food or not, it goes into the mind. It's the discipline on the mind to not act, and so you're really working out your actions on this side, right? So let's go back to 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, because he said we had to run, we had to flee. So then that mean, we wasn't living in our homes, right? So let's go to 2 Ezra 16, verse 38 to 40. It says, as when a woman with child in 9 months bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains encompass her womb, which pains. When the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment, right? And that's why the things that's gonna come is gonna be like a woman at birth, you know. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall not mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side, right? You go to Habakkuk 2, even though that, you know, it's taking a time for these things to come to pass, guess what? It's not going to delay, you know. This is why you want to not tarry, you know, from turning away from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? Verse 40, it says, O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth, right? So you got to really be looking at your house, the little materialistic things, your car, certain things that you hold on to. All those things are going to be, they're not going to even matter in that day. You know, your faith is going to be the highest value, what's going to matter in that day, you know, because you never know. The Lord might feed you like he did, you know, the children of old, you know, the children of Israel when they was in the wilderness with manna and with quail, you know. Got to have faith. Might go a time without eating, or you might continue to walk and you might come across a store, come across an abandoned house, you know, a vacant house, and guess what? The the electric might be working. You never know, you know. Let's go to Joel chapter 2, verse 31. This is what it reads. It says, because he was talking about the sun was bloody and the moon was dark, right? So this is what it says. It says, and the sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai come, right? And that Jacob's trouble, which is going to be intertwined with the Armageddon, right? And the Lord is going to come in that time or in that moment. Don't know, right? But Lord willing, you know, we are of that number that will be preserved. But these are the signs you want to see. And guess what? Now, it might be not every day. It might not be every week. It might not even be every month. Always look up at the moon, because a blood moon is a warning for the coming of Yahweh Shema Shai. It's a warning of destruction. It's a warning of death. It's a warning, you know. And you see stop signs, red lights, a warning telling you to stop, you know. It's a red light. It's a warning, you know. So let's go to this Job, and I want to read in the KJV and the NLT because it's a beautiful point. Came across a brother, you know, a brother I labor with, you know, and he brought this up. And I said, you know what, let me jot him down. So we're going to read Job chapter 1, verse 9 and 10 in the KJV and the NLT. So verse 9, it says, then Satan answered the Lord Yahweh and said, doeth Job fear God for naught? Has not thou made a hedge about him and about his house and about all that he have on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hand, and his substance is increased in the land. Now reading the NLT, is going to hit us. Satan replied to the Lord Yahweh and said, but Job has good reason to fear God. You have always put a wall of protection around him in his home and his property. You have made him prosper in everything he does. Look how rich he is, right? And, you know, my son said, you know, it was like a force field in front of us. And really what it was that hedge. Now, I can give you examples. You can go read it for yourself. Go look up Hezariah, Hananiah, and Mishael. You know, when they was in the furnace, they had a physical hedge, but it was really spiritual, but it was a physical hedge. And it was the Son of Man that blew the fire and it didn't touch him. Then you go read the three holy children, and even all the way down to the 68th verse, you see when they talk about how the Lord, you know, saved them or preserved them from death, from that fire. Then you had Daniel that had a spiritual hedge when the Lord brought the angel down to shut the mouths of the lion. You know, it's a hedge, man. You know, it was a covering. You know, all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and Lord willing, you know, we can continue to work diligently to please Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, so that we can have a hedge over us. You know, Lord willing, that was motivating for you. You know, put this in your membrane. You know, let's go to another one. Let's go to Psalms 91. This is a beautiful chapter to read the whole thing. Even if you read it, you know, these scriptures, we're supposed to read them again. Read them over and over again, you know. You're not reading them to get tired of them. You're reading them so that they can be planted in you, like in the movie The Book of Eli. You know, but being in this flesh is impossible for us to remember every word for word. But you do your due diligence, because the Lord is seeing you're persistent. Right? So we're going to read Psalms 91, verse 1 to 7. It says, he that dwelleth, in the KJV, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler, the trap, and from the noisome pestilence, right? And he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler, right? His truth is this word. In order for us to really trust in the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, this whole time we've been walking in his faith, you should have been building and trusting in the Lord. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. Those that trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to understand the truth, you know? And the Lord cares for his elect, you know? Verse 5, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, or for the arrow that flieth by day. You know, the true child, yes, you're in this flesh, you're going to have a moment of being feared. You're having a little scared in you, right? You go on the top of a roller coaster, even though you're willing to do the ride, you're not afraid to get on the ride, your heart still drop. You still feel that drop when you drop on that roller coaster. But by our faith, we're still continuing, because we're more afraid of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We're not afraid of men, right? Or the weapons that they have. It says, nor of the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday, right? And we can look at certain destructions. Yes, it could be these plagues, but it's going to be these nukes that come, you know? But verse 7, it says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come to thy, right? You know, this is what you want to hope for. Yes, you might see people dying in front of you or behind you, but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to put that hedge around you. You see? Drop it down to verse 11, which is a very key point. It says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Right? And that goes to what brother's saying. This is not of us. It's really Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai doing it, because, you know, we really working to be the elect and see that we are the elect. But the way that you move, man, is going is of the Lord. You know, your direction is of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and it really be the angels guiding, right? And this is the last precept. This is Psalms 34 in verse 7. Salaki, I went to the wrong chapter. Psalms 34, verse 7. This is what it reads. It says, and the angels of the Lord Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them, right? So the Lord is going to be covering the ones that fear him, you know, spiritually and mentally, right? Even physically. It's your whole vessel. You're going to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is why, you know, I truly believe that angels is covering me, covering my household, covering my wives, covering my children. And I do believe the Heavenly Father have angels covering the brother I labor with, you know, because I'm around these brothers, and I see that these brothers fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And Lord willing that they continue. Even the men of the Lord that I'm watching, that's helping, guiding me in the scriptures when I'm not teaching, you know, from the apostles on down, the ones that's being sincere, the ones that really showing and making their call and election sure, right? And showing they fear unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, I do believe that they're being covered. Even of the ones that's probably not following the same teachers, eventually they're gonna see things that they were taught wrong. They're gonna see in a correct way, but it's gonna be all Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai that guide them under the right perspective, under the true understanding of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So, Lord willing, this is a faith booster. And even at that, seeing a young king that has faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai that got to see this dream, Lord willing, you can hold on and continue to push towards your crown, because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to protect his chosen, So with that, I'm going to say shalom, all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash.